fam, welcome back. I know I've done a few of the products, but people are probably more excited to see this one more than anything. I don't have, I probably do have the original box somewhere, but it's the Glamrdip Drill. So, I'm not sure how much you see it on your website when you look on, because I'm in New Zealand, but for us it's over $200. Yeah, so she's quite expensive. Before I had this, I actually had a really cheap, well, not really cheap, I invested a little bit of money on one from Temu. Yeah. As you can expect, Temu is not the greatest products. And then I think they had a sale. Maybe it was a Black Friday sale. And I bought a drill. And to be honest, I was so nervous about buying it because the price of it, right? The price is pretty high. But it is one of their flagship products, one of their premium products that they have. And so what does come included with the drill? So with the drill, you get this, which is the charger base. So basically you just put it on and you've got the USB connected to the power. There's a few drill bits that you get. Yeah, so there's a few drill bits that you get. So you get the cone shaped one, you get the ball shaped one, and you get the flame shaped one. Glamrdip does have some tutorials on the YouTube channel on how to use the drill properly, so I would highly recommend checking those out. But I'll give just like a bit of, you know, what the bits are for. We'll start with the flame bit, just because it's the first one there. So the flame bit, that's used for the sidewalls on your nails, and that's the only purpose of that one, just the sidewalls only. The ball one, this is used for the cuticles. So if you've got dry skin on your cuticles, you would use it for that. But before you do that, you'd be pushing your cuticles back first. And then the cone one, this is the one that can be used on the dip. I would not use it on your natural nails at all. I would only use it on like the dip itself. Sometimes I use it for removal, and that's just to remove the glow layer, and that's it. Because the thing is, if you keep going, you may damage your natural nails, and you want to not. I know it's so easy to be like, I just want to get through all the layers, but you don't want to do that with the drill, because you will get a ring on fire on your natural nail, and it will take a long time for it to heal. So yeah, that's kind of my thing around it. I know some people use it for buffing, it saves time. For me, I don't use it for buffing because I get kind of scared that I'm going to take off too much layers. So I prefer to use the 240 grit if I'm buffing my mani, to just get out the imperfections. But you know, for me, I'm not a professional nail tech or anything like that. I haven't had any training, so I'm not as confident to use it for that purpose. Maybe if I tried, but honestly, I'd still rather use the 240 grit, just because it's, you know, I know that it's reliable, and I know it's going to take time, but good things take time, right? But yeah, so with this, for putting the gel bits in, so this bit here, you twist it, you put the bit in, you twist it to keep it in place. then we press the on button. Not sure if you can see it, but you'll see that it'll come on. There's the F, which means it's going forward, and if you press this, it does R for reverse. So the F and the R, basically it depends on like if you're left-handed or right-handed. That's what the whole thing is about. So F forward, so that's basically if you're right-handed, and R backwards if you're left-handed. Then you've got the speed, so I'll turn it back to F. So that's 1, and as you can hear, for me, I would only use the speed of 1. I wouldn't necessarily go higher, but that's just my preference. And like as I say, I know it's real tempting to remove layers really quickly because you've got a drill, but you've got to be real careful with it as well because you don't want to be damaging your natural nails. But yeah, that's the drill. I would, if you're thinking about getting one, wait till they have the sales. Black Friday sales is usually when it happens. And sometimes the birthday sales, it's a part of one of the gifts. They did that last year, but not this year. But yeah, I'd say wait for the sales if you're strapped for cash, because then they have like a big discount. Well, they have sales, quite often in the year, but wait for the Black Friday sale if you're really keen on one. But yeah, I would recommend it more than something from Temu. It's so much easier to use. The battery is really good, and it doesn't vibrate, shake when you use it. It's much more steadier. But yeah, hopefully this helps you guys, and thanks for watching as always.